What's going on, everybody? It is Aaron with FTA here, back with another weekly structured vid where I help you decode the macro charts for crypto so we can all make better decisions for our intraday trades. You can already hear I'm in a little bit of a rush because last night I tried recording the video when we still had a lot more time to get in for entries, and everything froze. Like my camera was frozen, my screen was frozen, and it pissed me off. And I just went back to sleep. And I wake up this morning, and a lot of the plays that I was talking about last night are already hitting. So let's get into what I was already seeing on the charts. I'm going to tell you guys what I'm looking at, how I'm going to play around it, and what I think the week is going to do. So first up for total on the weekly, we see a 2-candle swing on the weekly chart for total. Not only that, but last week we had closed above our past resistance, and we had closed outside of this ascending channel after snatching that external liquidity. Now let me slow that down. 2-candle swing on the weekly chart for total. We've seen 2-candle swings on the weekly charts before. They get very nice rallies, very nice reactions. Last week's candle closed above resistance and closed outside of the total ascending channel after snatching liquidity. Very bullish, very bullish. Go down to the daily on total. What do we see? This was supposed to be a swing low, turned into SFP, and now today we are on a push candle. Last time we saw an SFP like this, I think it was on the Bitcoin weekly when it was yeah, I think it was right here. I think this is the SFP that I'm talking about. And then we got a really nice push like this. So 2 candles supposed to be swing low, didn't swing low. We actually closed slash matched out the candle. The next candle rallied pretty high up. That's what set that first all-time high and came back down. When we go to total, we have basically the same thing on this daily candle right here. 2 candles swing low. Next candle failed to swing low. It actually closed above the previous candle. And now we are on a push candle. So daily SFP and weekly 2-candle swing high on crypto total. Go to USDT. What are we looking at? Now, USDT is at support, and that's kind of the only big bearish flag that I have for this week. Once USDT breaks this trend line, breaks this downtrend on the daily, go ahead and draw this. You want to start preparing for shorts. But when you want to start preparing for shorts. But when you go to the weekly, it still looks actually kind of nice because it's in confluence and it's in alignment with total because we're on a weekly swing. And even though we're right at resistance right here, we still have liquidity sitting under support. I mean, not at resistance. Even though we're at support right here, we still have liquidity playing under support. And if the swing candles play as we expect them to on total and on USDT, then USDT can still push below the support and take this liquidity. If nothing changes this week and everything acts the exact same, maybe we get a Monday's high situation instead, and we end up breaking this trend later on into the week and end up soaring for the rest of the week. But this is still kind of bullish to me because we see a swing candle here, and then we see the same swing candle on crypto total. And the last swing candle that I wanted to show you guys as well was Bitcoin swing candle, two candle swing, closing above past resistance after snatching liquidity and all that still. So Bitcoin also preparing for a leg up. Now, these are my big bullish signals. These are my bullish signals that I want to show you guys. Daily SFP on total, weekly swing formation on total, weekly swing formation on Bitcoin, swing formations on USDT, daily SFPs, which is already making the week start off quite bullish. October, everything is pointing quite bullish. The only thing I'm quite worried of is USDT breaking its downtrend, because that would suck. If USDT breaks its downtrend and starts making higher highs, then we're going to start expecting to scalp shorts and take everything back down to their gap / old liquidity points that was set last week. But I don't see that really happening. Now we're going to go into the plays that I wanted to make because one of them is like already happening in front of my face. AVAX. And the reason why I am excited for this is because AVAX is also putting in a weekly SFP. So we see this weekly swing low. This candle closes green. Cool. Now we have a bullish SFP alongside with this trend break. We go see bullish movement this week, then I'm excited to take this AVAX play and play it to honestly possibly the range if I can. Solana forming this bullish flag on the 4-hour if we see, and then let me go to that weekly for Solana because then that's also a big conviction point. Weekly swing candle looks the exact same as total, guys. Weekly swing candle as well, right at resistance right here. We have this liquidity to snatch at 255. If everything plays out on these weekly swing candles, and we're going to take this as a bullish week, then we can long to 255 from this little bull flag / wedge that we're performing right here. This is, I'll really more just call this a flag, honestly. Bam, bam. If I let Monday play out a little longer, maybe we get some type of lows, and then everything dumps down to like the trend line, and we could get a along from there. But I'm excited to try and take Solana's 253. If the week plays out bearishly, I'm not shorting until this trend like breaks and we make a lower high below this. I'm not shorting until an actual breaker structure happens. And even then, it has to be a higher time frame one because, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to short here. I'm going to short like here. If I wanted to short, I would short here. Like once we start actually rejecting off of our past higher lows. Once we start rejecting off past higher lows, that's when I was short. So after the trend break, if USDT gets respected, if the swing candles get respected instead, then sold to 253. Honestly, BNB's already making okay, bro. I think I have to put the clip of BNB in here honestly because I was saying, guys, play this fucking flag into new all-time highs through BNB. For BNB here, just a bull flag play out. That's kind of playing out here. We break this bull flag with a bullish week. We end up getting another push to all-time highs. Set this to kind of the range lows. What does that 1 to 2 give us? 1 to 2 gives us 1250, which would be which honestly kind of looks like kind of a mental level. Honestly, retest off all-time highs if we still have a bullish week still. If we're still in sets out of a bullish week and retest off all-time highs, then you could just wait for the next hourly or 4-hour swing point and then to long off of there. If we end up having a deeper retracement, then BNB might play all the way down to the trend line, and then you get to long from there. But yeah, the BNB play already honestly kind of like went past, so I'm not gonna spend too much time there anymore. ETH, even though in this ETH play like completely hit. God damn, bro, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? Y'all can see like I'm actually angry as shit, bro. I put this here for y'all. Like I be trying to put these plays here for y'all for real, and then when I'm late to uploading the video, shit sucks because I was already talking about it ETH last night, breaking this little 3-week downtrend that it was in. Look, breaking this weekly downtrend that it was in. I drew this on the weekly chart. Brace the weekly downtrend. I think on the daily, what was it putting in? Daily put in an SFP. Then this daily candle starts and we get a push, and then I was really saying push to like 47.80 at this liquidity like right here, and that play's already gonna hit. So if that play's already hitting, that play's already busted. I was expecting some more Monday's low situation, and honestly, if it just immediately rallies off Mondays, even though lows get made on Mondays like 70% of the time, and lows get made later on in the week, then maybe we do just see a rally until like Wednesday and then a crash from then on. But now that this already has happened, we can wait for the liquidity sweep at 47.80 or 47.70, and then wait for another leg upwards, honestly. So this is the first leg. Snatch this. If we form another leg, just sitting here at resistance, and USDT is still looking good to push towards that liquidity sweep at the bottom on the weekly there, I would just take the long on the next leg here. Or was it here? Yeah. Bam. That's fucking, like, I knew it. So that's algos as well. Or that's the algos that you guys will get access to calling these trades as well already. Bam. That was actually an extremely quick video. Let's go over it one more time, and I'm gonna do pretty minimal editing. I want you guys to see how much personality I have with the vids, because when I'm not able to give you guys the info quickly, it does make me actually angry. And it was just technical issues last night, and then I was like, fuck that, I'm going to sleep, and then ended up saying, fuck me, missed out on some money. Isn't that terrible? So USDT at support. This is the only thing that I'm kind of scared of. If USDT breaks this daily trend line and my alerts start getting set and we start getting daily swing highs, we start scalping the shorts and wait for everything to have a deep retracement. Or not a deep retracement, but a somewhat deep retracement. But total Bitcoin and weekly, with the way that they're forming up, total Bitcoin and USDT with the way that they're forming up on the weekly, with these swing candles being played and total breaking outside of its ascending channel and resistance, closing outside of it even after snatching liquidity and having a retrace on the lower time frames. It just feels very bullish. It just seems very bullish right now because of that weekly swing setups on all of our charts, closing above past resistances, closing outside of ascending channels after snatching liquidities. That's what's making me form up pretty bullish about this week. And then on our watch list, we have weekly SFPs forming up on AVAX. We have a weekly trend break for ETH. And then we have a weekly swing formation on SOL with the daily SFP. And then we also just kind of had a daily flag, or like a daily swing point. It's just a lug that was being made within a trend being made on BNB. if it's really October and everything keeps playing out bullishly, we can really say a lot of rallies, a lot of rallies. My price targets might even be considered short. But if USDT gets respected, don't try and think like it's always just going to be something different every new week that you get some new signs. Something's just going to be trending. If USDT gets respected, as it always has for the past, like, I think 100 days, every time it hits support, it just has a quick retrace upwards. I mean, it'll cause your whole watch list to have a quick retrace as it quickly just kind of spams upwards to the top of its resistance and then comes right back down. The range is so goddamn predictable. It's like I really don't think anyone should be getting caught right now. You're preparing to scalp shorts if this trend line breaks. If this trend line doesn't break, then stay in your longs. That's it. I gave you guys all the longs. I gave you guys the things that I was looking at as well. You already know what to look for bearishly. USDT breaks this trend line, start flipping bearish. Just start flipping bearish and start waiting for everything to start flipping on its own, because we have FVGs getting filled in towards the bottom when it comes to Bitcoin. We have FVGs to fill in, I think, even on AVAX and then even on Sol, was it? Yeah. Even on AVAX and Sol, we have some FVGs to fill in towards the minor downside. And then the short on BNB is always there shorting after closing back under all-time highs. But I'm sticking more long for the situation here. Everything rallied, and is there room for more? I still believe there is room for more, especially if we're going to play off the tail of this being the tail end of the bull run. All these weekly setups with the tail end of the bull run being like this, I think we're about to get a big spanking and just end up. I think there's a lot of money that could be made right now. Thank you guys for watching this. I literally woke up, checked my phone, and I was like, "Fuck!" There's no way I give up on the video last night because it all screwed up on me. So I just immediately hopped in my seat. I'm sounding a little bit sick. I left my window open last night while it's October. I'm tweaking. I gotta blow my nose. I gotta edit the vid and get this posted before like 12, honestly. So thank everybody for watching. If you have any questions, DM us on Instagram. DM us through the comment comment something through the comment section, and we'll get back to anyone. We'll get back to all of you guys. Love all you guys. If you guys want access to the tools that we use, such as the day trading algos, the swing trading algos, the trend trading algos, you want to sign up for FTA to get those, because you can only get our algorithms through there that do help us make a lot of these decisions as well. Perfecto. Join up on FTA. Young and Lint. Turn. Done.